There we go.
All right, I can share my screen and pull up these things.
Yeah, I know. That's
All right,
Say that again.
nothing.
Yeah.
All right, Travis is usually the rock star that changes all this stuff, and I don't know if I can do it as fast as he can.
And then when you just usually inserts above, like go, you just inserts the tab, right? So you click on 12, you can insert.
Yeah. Where am I inserting? Oh,
So
12.
like on the side, 12, yep, on the number 12. And then when you insert there, I'll click the insert. And you can insert a, guess not.
And I'm like, what am I inserting?
Cell or row.
Go, yeah, did it say row? I think I just saw a row. Go see if it, you insert again. And then, yep, row above. Boom.
So probably
And then you merge.
merge.
From B to D, merge from B to D.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. From B to D, we're gonna merge there. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you just merge all the way to K, but it's okay.
Here's it, right there.
There you go. Now you can tap into it.
Okay. I'm gonna let you lead, Jeremy. So
All right, so we're doing this is Friday, Monday, Wednesday. 35 out of 10 off. Automatic fixation. So exercise one, we got a renegade row, push up to mountain climber. You want to teach anti rotation. So making sure you're not rotating at the hips. You want to keep the core stable as you hit the row. A good coaching cue on this one to keep it is maintaining wide base, because I guarantee the closer their legs are, the more rotation you're gonna have in their hips. So make sure that they have a wider base on this one. Push-ups, you can obviously push up down your knees. You can actually roll from your knees as well. I'm going for 4 to 6 mountain climbers. If they are not working on the floor, if you have a plow box, you're able to put dumbbells on. You can still conquer the same movement from elevated surface to so anybody's not going out to the ground, have a box ready for them to do their movement from the box. I often use my 2 fingers, index, middle fingers, to guide people's waist as well, to make sure they are not rotating. And when I do the towel trick,
Ooh.
oh, you lost it all.
Deleted it all. Hold on.
maybe we should just go back
I don't know.
later and do that.
I'll just do this later. Let's focus on I'm taking notes.
All right, yeah, if you take notes, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm taking it old school, and then I'll
Let's do
type it
that.
in later. Otherwise, this is going to take forever.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so anti-rotation, coach, a wide base, keep your DJ wide base on this. If they gotta drop down to their knees, they can do their knees with the push-ups in the row. And if someone is not going onto the ground, you use a plow box that to still work with the same movement but take it away from the floor. So that's what you can do on this. You can go with the renegade row. You can challenge yourself with heavier weight, so you can challenge weight on this one. But again, really want to focus on compromising form. Once you start to see people starting to rotate their weight, their waist or their hips to get the weight up, then coach them to go a little lighter with the weight. Or if you see high butts, keep your butts down.
Yeah.
So number 2, bungee, kneel to stand with a long jump. So this is some resistance, power, balance. It is giving resistance to the long jump. So on this, with the bungees, I always tell people not to adjust it on their hips, which is a huge cue for anyone that has a big butt. Just because you're small, if you walk out, you're gonna get tension on the harness already. So there's no need for you to tighten it up to you and have somebody waste your time trying to loosen it up as they get to that station. So don't mess with the harness, just get tension on it. To allow someone that has a bigger butt to get right into it. They can slip it up. All right.
So I got a question for you. The one challenge we have found is like, not necessarily with this one, but with the bungees. Certain people think they got to be so extreme with them, with the bear crawls and come out so far they actually break them. Is there anything you do to kind of encourage them not to?
You could, and I wouldn't recommend either. I know back in the day, we used to like pull them as coaches, but they do break so easily. And I've seen coaches like that pulled it and it came back towards them. Like, so I wouldn't say as a coach to pull the bungee, that's not safe. But with a bear crawl, if you do have some dumbbells laying around,
Yeah.
have them walk with the dumbbells in their hands while they still have the bungee on.
Yeah. So they,
Did you get with the bungee one time, Samir? Like when you holding them, remember one time about the bungees and they came back and got you? Or was that? Somebody got tore up by it snapped off their waist. And they had like this big ass red mark on their stomach. Who was that? It might have been Eugene.
Probably.
Gotta be Eugene.
I don't know why I always mixing us up.
Oh yeah, so I as a coach, I wouldn't recommend pulling the bungees because you never know. And also too, like I said too, I've seen to a point where the belt actually came off, like the detached, and it left a nasty mark on somebody's torso.
I just mean some of them think they really got to push it like they're proud of themselves that
So
they're.
I've done too. Like I put my hands on their shoulders gently as a bear crawled out, and my hands they're fighting that resistance with the bungee in my hands. Or you can get dumbbells out, and they can walk with the dumbbells in their hands.
So if they want to get gung ho, they can use that as a
Yeah.
extra challenge.
Yep. And that is on here. So that's round 2. So the bungees bear crawls is round 2.
No, we're just
No.
talking. We're just talking. Yeah.
And then double kettlebell, eccentric deadlift. This one is time under tension, so you want to go slow. Obviously, if you don't have enough kettlebells that you can evenly pair in your hand, you can still do a classic deadlift with the eccentric movement, more focused on the hand, knees, glutes, low back as you go down. With this one, so a deadlift, you do want to come down all the way down to the ground with this movement. It's not an RDL, so come all the way down and pull from the ground, but come down slow with that 4 count coming down. So time under tension. So control the pace. It's not about speed on this one. Really want to slow it down as you go through the eccentric. Now, if it is because holding the weight for a longer period of time could cause more stress on their low back. Now, somebody is having issues on their lower back. I would recommend. Oh, hi, Cindy.
Hi, look at you, how handsome you look today. I'm like, wow, look at him. So handsome. Check it out.
I got my hair cut twice and 2 times, 2 weeks in a row, which is like not me.
My gosh. Oh, man, I'm telling you, you're rocking it. You're rocking it.
I had a nasty cold sore though, so I wasn't able to do my mustache. But
Uh-oh.
it's gone now, so I have to clean this up afterwards because it's covering up. But yeah, I just look nice.
Yeah, come on. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, I had to go right in for the deep look.
Oh, I
So
love you. Yeah, so if they have any issues with low back, I want to focus on the time and attention part of it. Just really wrap out the deadlifts and actually, even coach them up to pause in between each fall. So pull it once, bring it down to the ground, reset. Don't necessarily go rapid fire with the deadlift. You don't really see that in any competitions and stuff like that. People when they deadlift, it's a full body movement. So take your time going through it. The body weight ISO chin up. So I will put the TRX up high too, so they can even do an ISO hold on the TRX straps. If they're not going to pull the bar, they can still mimic that same movement. Both feet on the ground, they want to progress it, bring their 1 foot off the ground, and then they feel like levitating, bring both feet off the ground, crisscross applesauce, and they can hold themselves above the handles. On stuff like this, like I like to get like I have like a weighted, I have like this belt that has a chain on it, or even taking a Superman, they put like kettlebells on him, right? So I give them extra weight, like rather I put the Superman around their neck with a kettlebell. I have the belt goes around your waist, and I can chain a kettlebell up to it too, so they have added weight as you get that flex hold above the bar. So that's a way to challenge your Jedi's in the class, right? If someone's up there for 35 seconds and they're just like lollygagging up there, like it's too easy, grab some extra weight. It could be even as simple as have them bend their knees and throw a jam ball on their knees while they're holding themselves up there just to give them some added resistance. So there's gonna be a lot of grip because we have round 2. We're gonna be at the bar again doing some stuff. So there's gonna be some grip this week.
I like that you said, if they can't do the ISO chin holds, do it with the TRX. I think that's great. I've never even thought about that, but
Yeah,
that's,
so put them up high. So that's because
yeah,
I think round 2. So I don't think round 2 we don't have TRX at all. So you can just keep them high
yeah, I love it. That's
for that.
great.
So and then obviously if that so is not for them,
Yeah.
they can go with like the bicep flex, right? If that is too, they give them like a 3 count with a hold, 3 count, 3 bicep curls with a hold, so they can still get the isolation in the bicep without actually just holding themselves up there. I can see them being like this for 35 seconds. It's like that's gonna be boring, right? So, give them like more of a three pump with a hold right there. Ways you can modify that. And then a skater, you can challenge distance on this one, pace, with the Surge Ram, Fit Fighter, sandbag. If you have cones, I like to challenge with cones. I put cones, and have a distance to challenge himself to hop cone to cone. I like to focus on the single leg on this one, so keeping the leg behind. However, obviously the balance is an issue. Always touch the toe behind as to get that skater motion. 3-way V up, get some core in there, with a jam ball. So any low back issues, keep your lower back flat on the floor. Like I always like just coach, bring your hands to meet your legs, right? And then you got the double leg, single leg. Rest the heels on the ground. It's gonna be a lot easier on your back. Progress it, bring your heels up. If your low back is fine, you can rise up to your bum to get that full V up. Also, if you have like one of those bigger boxes, have like the higher one next to that station. So if there are people that don't want to go out to the floor, they can still do the V up off the box. You will see that the members that don't want to go down the floor, they'll still challenge themselves instead of doing a good morning and a toe touch, they'll go onto the box before they go down to the floor. So we get our boxes all around the floor for this one. So that is round 1. I don't really see much fun. I mean, you can do like for kneel to stand, long jump. You can do like jump around, House of Pain. Destiny Child's a good one. Jumping. Ladies Leaving Men at Home. Jumping. So that's a good one. You can do for that. But otherwise, if you do put the chain on, you do put the like later in the week, if you start demonstrating the ISO chin up and you have like kettlebells with the bands on it, you could put the band on and like your chain hang low. I know Sam does it a lot. Does it wobble to who's that young jock? Does your chain hang low? Does it wobble to the floor?
I don't know that song.
I was in high school. I don't
Time
know.
in the ribbon. Can you time in the bow?
Yes, what is it?
Chips.
Who is it? You got some mirrors thinking right now.
Jibs.
Jibs.
JIBBS.
It's fun. I like a little kid.
No kids.
Oh. Maybe mess me up. Is it called Chain Hang Low?
Chain hang low, yeah.
I put it in the chat, Chain Hang Low. So
Okay.
at the end, like later in the week, like on Wednesday, right? If you are just ready and you're feeling you're speeding through demonstrations, you already have one out there, you want to have fun with it. It is like a fun. It has like the kids singing it, so it's a fun song.
And
Yeah.
so let me ask you, well, how do you do it with a super band and put a kettlebell? Like,
Yeah, I'll show you.
yeah, please do. Cause my brain's not understanding how you're holding that on there and around your neck.
Oh.
All right, here is your kettlebell.
Okay,
Kettlebell. Here is the super band.
yep.
I would either just bring it in like this, but it's probably too long, right? So I will like fold it over, put it through the handle right here. It's probably the best example. Actually,
Oh, okay, and then it swoops right over their head.
you might want to keep it long because this super band is seen as last days, as you can tell.
It was, look, I was like, what's happening with that super?
Yeah, it's not looking too good. So yeah, you can just do it like this right here, right? And then put it on the mat.
Yeah, okay, I see, I get it. There you go, all right,
Put it on the
thank
bar.
you. Thank you, I was a little confused at how that was gonna work, but now I know, appreciate it.
That's why we're doing this.
That's how I'm demoing mine. I'm putting a big ass kettlebell right around my neck.
And get up there. So yeah, that's round number one. Number one. So on number two, we have a dumbbell front squat with overhead press. Elevate heels on this one for sure. And if they have any issues with the press, stick with the curl. I would still recommend doing the front load though, because with the front load, you're gonna get more core engagement when they front squat. And then they can, as they come back up, drop the dumbbells to the curl, keep it there, go back down to the squat, torso tall, head and chest up. On this one, obviously you could work with a decent weight if you're able to shoulder press overhead. Obviously, if you're not going to shoulder press, work with a lighter weight and sit with the bicep curl. Another station is a good station to spot people at, right? To be there to help them, especially if you're going overhead. I know I use 2 fingers at the wrist to really try to get them up, to guide them there, right? Which I was weird. I was strange. Who was taking the test and they said that the proper way to spot somebody is by the elbow, and I'm like, so you mean to me you push my elbow, right? If you're spotting on my elbow and you push my elbow up, you have no control. You can push my elbow to the out across my body. I feel like that's way more dangerous than like if I was just guiding your wrist and helping you by your wrist.
Right.
I was kind of like, and the right answer was by the elbow.
No, the right answer was?
It was elbow. I was like,
Were they
nah,
Were they
never
thinking
go
with a
with it.
barbell?
Not even with a barbell. Even with that, I said, well, when I do out of barbell, I stop by the bar. You know what I mean? I'm going by the bar. So if the bar was to fall, I can grab the bar and help lift
Yeah.
up by the bar. Well, on a dumbbell, because you're so isolated, right? It's so unstable. Like if I put pressure on your elbow, I could push your arm totally different.
Boink.
Yeah, exactly. So that's besides the point. But for me, I always go by the wrist. And
Yeah, me too.
for the longest time. So that's a good spot for that. Bungee bear crawl, we talked about that a little earlier. I know we used to, when we did bungees, I've seen coaches pull the bungee to give them more attention, but I've also seen how that can be a bad thing because the bungees aren't always the best maintained piece of equipment. And I've seen people the bungee come back and hit coaches because it broke, or even see like the harness actually snap off a member and leave a mark on their torso. So for people that want more resistance here, you could apply pressure to their shoulders as they come out. Like you could be there added resistance, right? Or they have some extra dumbbells laying around, put the dumbbells in their wrists, in their hands, so they can walk out with a dumbbell.
Right, with dumbbells in their hands.
I would just avoid pulling. I'll also avoid, like, I know, like, it was a thing, and it still happens. If there's a small class, I've seen people, like, unhook the bungees and put 2 bungees on theirs. In demonstration, I'll say, hey, just to be fair, like, if you're going to do that, make sure you put it back so the person behind you, is able to get in a bungee in time.
Right.
And said too, another one, like, just make sure, like, I don't care how skinny you are, if you walk out, it's gonna stay on your hips. You don't need to
Right.
adjust the belt to you, and then somebody like me with a big butt, it won't go over, and now I'm wasting my time trying to adjust the belt to get out my hips.
Right. Yeah.
So that you could challenge pace, so right. So hey, you want more out of it, go faster, right? Go faster, get your heart rate up. And again, so you can challenge pace on this one. I'm guarantee there's a bunch of different like animal version songs you can play on this. If it's early in the morning, like if I don't have, well, I don't really drink coffee, but I know if Kristen don't have coffee, she's a bear. So like we always call Kristen a bear in the morning time because she don't have coffee. So if she don't have her coffee in the morning, Cindy can start growling at people while she's on
Yeah.
that same.
That's right. Yes. Same. Me and Kristen here, coffee drinkers.
I got and I haven't been doing energy, but I had to get one today. I had a long past couple of days. I went to a concert Tuesday night, didn't get home till 3 o'clock. Got up at 7:30, had to go do a presentation at a elementary school to 6 different classes that smelled like dust and BO. Then I had to I had to hustle up here to coach noon. Then I had a one-on-one at 3:30. Then I had basketball practice yesterday. This morning I woke up.
Yike.
I'm like, yo, I'm tired. That's why I'm tired. I'm tired. Like it hit.
Yeah, you went to see who in concert?
J. Cole and Drake.
Drake. Yeah. Wow.
And J.
That was
Cole.
good, huh?
Yeah, it was fire.
Yeah.
Good concert. Kettlebell clean. This is new. We haven't done this yet. So this is 12. We've done stuff similar, but this is with double kettlebell. Obviously, if you don't have 2 sets you're able to utilize, just you can use one still. Just at the top of the movement, after you finish the reverse lunges, just switch your hands up, clean up on the other side of this one. This is a good exercise. You can get the towels out. So you want to make sure people are keeping their elbows tight. They can go down with the towels under the armpits. And then as they come up with the clean, you want to really keep your elbows to the side. You don't want to see your arms fly out, because when you start doing this, that's when you see the kettlebell smack your wrist. So I always say, like a cheek curl, you want to curl your hand up, your fist up to your cheek, then maintain the keeping it close, and then you get that rotation, right? So you're not smacking the kettlebell off the wrist. Is a game changer when it comes to doing a kettlebell clean. So you're working with 2 cleans and then another front load on this one. And you get it up there, reverse lunge, both sides, reach at the top, bring it back down, clean it back up, reverse lunge, reverse lunge. If you only have one kettlebell, hit that clean, alternate reverse lunge, stand up at the top, switch up hands, especially being 35 seconds, then it takes away from coaches trying to switch people up halfway, or even trying to think about, I got to switch at 16.5 or 15.5 or whatever it might be. Like, so it doesn't make any sense. Just alternate it so it avoids the switching process at the end on last set. Range of motion. So as people have knee issues, they can just step back, avoid the bend the knee, still can step back, and as they come back up, they're going to get a little single leg balance in there still. As they drive through the top hill, they're going to get some quad engagement still without actually dropping their knee down towards that ground. And staying tall, right? Very important. A lot of times we see people lunge, they tend to lean forward. So hopefully with the front load, you're going to want to keep your back straight, because when you go here, it ain't going to be comfortable. All right. So make sure they keep the head and chest up as you drop down into that lunge. Back to the pull-up bar. There's going to be a day we at the bar, 5 o'clock somewhere. So we have dead hangs. So dead hangs really good to open the shoulder joint. People that have even shoulder issues, like or frozen shoulders, they say like they should do more hangs, like holding themselves up. Now with this one, you're going to be adding a little bit more core. So instead of doing your traditional knee lifts that we usually do, you want to try to keep your legs straight, flex your toes to your nose, limit movement as much as possible as you come straight up with the legs, right back down. Obviously, that is more advanced, so if it is causing issues with getting the legs up there, just go to your knees instead. You can always challenge people by trying to bring the toes to the bar. You're going to see that anyways. However, if you ain't doing it, don't do it. Just
Right. I'm like, who in the hell's gonna demo that? Because these toes are not getting to that far.
yeah. I mean,
But
I
I
probably
do
can't do it anymore.
I
used
do a
to.
great job with the knee raise.
There you go.
Pelvic tilt, let's go.
And then have the boxes below on that one. And then if they're not going to go down there, they can do like a straight leg lift from off the box. It's a really easy movement you can mimic from the box. So it's not necessarily going to the bar it just added more of an intensity by going up to the bar. So a lot of grip. People's hands can be sore. Here is a new one. So this is a new rotational movement. Again, fit fighters can be used. So if you have those there, rams, sandbags. So it's gonna be a rotation with a push. So you want to make sure when you're doing it, you are actually moving your leg too. So you're not just gonna be here and push. You want the leg to kind of get a hip opener as you follow the knee. So follow the object. We're obviously use it with your eyes. From here, you're gonna push, come back center, and then come back here. Alternate sides, again, 35 seconds. So come up, the knee drive, keep it close to your chest. Thank you. I wasn't expecting the snow when I woke up.
I know, me too.
So as you get the rotation,
I like that one.
you should come with you and keep your eye on the object. Really, we had to take a couple shots with that with Sam for cloud fit because Sam was all over the place. So it is a lot of a balance challenge. So don't try to go for speed. Really focus on control the movement.
Looks good.
You're doing good, Andy. Look at you. I see the yellow here now. Who's doing it?
That's Kristen.
Oh, okay.
And she's over here typing it in there.
You all of a sudden just started like killing it. Like where'd that come from? And then we have a little DECA type of movement here. We'll just add a little more agility to it. So you'll bring the balls down to the ground. You do 4 to 6 taps on top of the ball. So you're gonna like tap it out like you're doing like a bocce ball tap. Pick and bring on your shoulders, right? So getting the 40s and 60s out there will be a good one to test, like for anyone that's interested in DECA, without actually doing a shoulder over. We're still gonna do it, but you're gonna add a little more agility by picking your feet up, tap out the ball. This ain't a push. Don't break the ball, so don't force your feet into it. Just tap, tap, tap. Pick it up, over, tap, 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 pick it up, over. Just add a little bit of variation to it, and more of a cardiovascular, getting your heart rate up, again, speed with your feet on that. So that is round 2 of Friday, Monday, Wednesday. And then we'll go to like a traditional Tabata style with 3 exercises for the finisher. We have iron legs, in out abs, and bend over T extension. Bend over T's, I see members often like get like super bands out. Super bands, they cut me up though when you see we put around their back and they over here. I'm like, nah, you gotta put it across your chest. Do the T. Do the T. I've seen people like bring the bocce ball out to add a little single leg balance on it. So like whatever, I mean, there are a lot of times like when we do like Sally and stuff like that, I'm like, hey, if there's any object you want to use, whether it's a kettlebell, bocce ball, grab it now. Cause you'll see people will grab the bend over T's, just intensify that one because it's more of a corrective exercise. They'll grab like super bands or like a bocce ball to challenge themselves on that. So 20 on, 10 off. Total 9 times, which is really Tabata. Should be like 4 times each. We should do like 12, but 9 is fine.
Do you want to change it? You do
See,
one.
Usually 35 goes faster.
Oh,
You could.
go to 25?
Nah, keep it. No, I was gonna say go. I guess we want to call it Tabata. We just call it a 20-second 10 9 times.
Oh, okay.
So it shouldn't be called because Tabata is 8 times. So
Right.
not Tabata. So
2 exercises.
it's all good. We can
No,
take
no,
see the-
because there's 3 exercises, so you'd do them all 3 times.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So that is Friday,
It's
Monday.
a Tabata plus 1.
It's Tabata plus. Dude, actually, didn't we call that back in the day? As we called it, Tabata plus 1.
Plus 1. Yeah.
That is true. Bring that back.
It's the song.
I know.
I'll do it.
Okay, I'm gonna stop share and stop recording, and then we'll go to the other one.
Oh, yeah. We're recording.
We are. Why can't I move this? There. Okay, stop. Make sure, yeah.